Yo, what's this boy Ghost here? Today I'm bringing you guys another comparison video between the Welgun and MP-40. And I know I made this video very recently. I actually think about a week ago I made this video. But you know, now with Season 2 Reloaded, the situation has changed. There's new things to talk about. And one of them being if the Welgun is still good even after it's nerfed, because in the Season 2 Reloaded update, they ended up nerfing it. Or more specifically, I think they nerfed more so an attachment. And you know, people are wondering if the gun is still good, if like the MP-40 is better or whatever. And if you watched my last video, you kind of already know the answer to this question. But if you have not and you're still wondering, then this is the video for you. And specifically to talk about like if MP-40 is just now better than the Welgun, which we'll see in a second. But I was actually kind of surprised in the lack of weapon changes that they did in this update. Don't get me wrong, this update is actually really solid. The Rebirth update has been fired, but like the weapon changes just weren't, like, in my opinion, enough. I think we need a little bit more, just because like I feel like in like a few days it'll just be the same thing that we had before this update, which is kind of sad, but you know, I guess it is what it is. But anyways, man, with that being said, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. One to 2,000. We're at 1.92k. I think we're really close to 1.93k, so every sub does help, and you know, I'm always very appreciative of all of it. And yeah, with that being said, let's just get into the comparison. And here with the recoil pattern for the Welgun, and I gotta say, bro, trying to get this recoil pattern was kind of weird. Without any plunder, I had to go into this game mode and look for some place to just get the recoil pattern, but thankfully we did it. But yeah, man, with that being said, let's just get into what actually got changed for the Welgun, because you know, I'm sure some of you guys are wondering why some people thought like the Welgun just was considered to be not maybe the greatest after this update, which is kind of weird, because I don't really think they changed that crazy amount to warrant people thinking that the MP-40 or just any other gun was just better than the Welgun, and that the Welgun just wasn't going to be good in general. But anyways, man, for starters, for the base Welgun, the things that got changed was the fire rate. It got decreased, and recoil got increased. So basically, like, I guess the recoil didn't really get noticed. I gotta be honest, like, it doesn't notice at all. Like, it still feels the same to me as it did before the update. Like, typical Warzone things, like, they always say they increase recoil, but in reality, they never do. But then for the fire rate, that's a little bit more significant, because before this update, the MP-40 and the Welgun were very close in terms of fire rate, and now they're a little bit closer. Yeah, and you can obviously put on fire rate attachments. I personally put on fire rate attachments on my Welgun, but overall, like, I think the fire rate difference between these two are a little bit way closer than it already was. So instead of like 58 difference, because I'm pretty sure that's what it was 658 versus 600, I think it's gonna probably be like around 20 to 30 now. I don't know if the stats are updated. We'll find out in a second. But you know, again, like, that was like the only change that was somewhat noticeable, and even then, like, the gun still feels really good. So it's not like a notice that I necessarily feel at all. And then for the attachments for the barrel, we have the 320 mm SA shrouded barrel, where the recoil control got decreased from 36% to 15%, which I think that's a nerf. It's, for me, it's kind of hard to understand when they say increase recoil control or decrease recoil control. I mean, the more I think about it, though, I think that's definitely a nerf. Again, though, not noticeable at all. But if it's a buff, then, you know, let me know. And then in that case, then yeah, I could definitely see it being a buff, because it just feels like it's easy, really easy to control. Then for the magazines, we have the .45 48 round mags, where the visual recoil was decreased, which is a buff to that, but a lot of people don't really use that one, so you know, I don't know how that's gonna work. And then for the one that everyone uses, the 40 round mag, the Gorenko, whatever 40 round mag, the fire rate was increased from 11% to 12%. So I think that really negated the recoil. Oh my god, they actually negated the fire rate nerf probably. And then the maximum damage decreased from 30 to 29. The mid damage decreased from 26 to 25. And then the minimum damage was decreased from 21 to 20. And then the recoil control was decreased from 20% to 60%. So overall, it kind of feels like it got hit. Honestly, it doesn't feel like that at all. If anything, this just kind of helped balance it out from what it got hit from the base weapon, which is kind of weird, because I feel like they should know that everyone uses the 40 round mag. So for them to make a recoil nerf on the actual, or my bad, the fire rate nerf on the actual base weapon, and then have it get buffed by a magazine is kind of weird. I guess it just puts it in the place that it already was, but I don't know, man. That's what they decided to go for. And you know, I guess you can't really judge him. But yeah, man. Anyways, with that being said, let's just move on over to the MP-40 and some stats. And we have the recoil pattern for the MP-40, and to be honest, it actually looks really similar to the Welgun. Both of these guns, I would say, at this point behave the same at range. But yeah, that's just how it is. And also, man, a little disclaimer: I am reusing old MP-40 clips from just that I have because I didn't have time to get new ones. So I apologize. Definitely, hopefully, in the next video I will, just to have it all updated and whatnot. But yeah, man. MP-40 was the gun that I saw a lot of people talk about when people initially saw the patch notes. I mean, to be honest, like, I don't know if people are overreacting on the patch notes. People were saying that, oh, now it's like the MP-40 Owen gun thing, blah, blah, blah. Like, I mean, first of all, that was already happening already. Like, the Welguns were in competition with those two weapons before the update. And after the update, I guess people just thought that, like, the Welgun was going to be trash. Which, to be honest, this update literally didn't, like, scream, oh my god, the Welgun's going to be ass. Like, it just... People were just kind of a little bit shook just because it got nerfed. If anything, I thought the Owen gun should have got nerfed just because of how powerful it is. But, I mean, I guess they just, they decided the Welgun was the best course of action. And, I don't know. And it happened. Mondays, man. Moving over to the first set of stats, we have the fire rate for the Welgun, or like the Welgun, it's actually 643 RPM. So it went down from 658 to 643. Which is not that crazy of a difference. And again, if you put on the literal magazine, the 40-round mag, like, that's pretty much going to negate any change. And then for the MP-40, we have a 600 RPM. So again, the MP-40 still at a disadvantage at fire rate, but I mean, like, it's very minimal at that point. I guess damage really matters. And damages for those two guns are actually very, very similar. So we'll just talk about it. For 0 to 13.3 meters for the Welgun, we got 53 damage to the head, 42 damage to the neck, 36 to the chest, 33 to the stomach and extremities. For 0 to 13 meters for the MP-40, you got 58 damage to the head, 41 to the neck, 35 to the chest, 33 to the stomach, 30 to the upper leg and arm, and then 26 to the lower leg and arm. It's already off rip at the close range battle. Both of these guns share very similar damages. The MP-40 having this, like, pretty significant advantage in headshot damage by 5 damage points. And I mean, overall, man, like, I think the Welgun, like, just might slightly edge out this battle just because of its slight advantage in fire rate. But again, like, that really is, I don't know, it's kind of subjective because they're really close in damage, like, really, really close in damage. And then for 13.3 to 18.6 meters for the Welgun, you got 46 damage to the head, 37 to the neck, 31 to the chest, 29 to the stomach and extremities. For 13-16 meters for the MP-40, you got 46 damage to the head, 33 to the neck, 28 to the chest, 26 to the stomach, 24 to the upper leg and arm, and then 21 to the lower leg and arm. So this is where the damage drop starts to occur. As you guys can see, like, at this point, the medium range, the Welgun definitely wins the battle because it has the fire rate and the damage. So, it's where it's getting a little wonky. And then for the longer range, it's 18.6 meters. For the Welgun, you got 37 damage to the head, 30 to the neck, 25 to the chest, 23 to the stomach and extremities. For the MP-40, at 16 meters and above, you got 40 damage to the head, 28 to the neck, 24 to the chest, 23 to the stomach, 21 to the upper leg and arm, 18 to the lower leg and arm. So overall, I think that the Welgun showcases that it's still a really good SMG. And for the people that thought, like, oh, the Welgun was going away, like, it's really not. As you guys can hear, if you think that MP-40 is good, then I don't know why you wouldn't think that the Welgun is still really, really powerful. And I don't know if these are even the updated damage stats, but even so, like, a difference of 1 damage tick, like, it's not really going to make a difference. The Welgun is still just as good as MP-40. If not, for some, it's going to be better. For me, personally, I would say it's better. I definitely do enjoy using the Welgun. It feels really, really good. And I know, like, the MP-40 is still good. I'm not saying that the MP-40 is not good. I mean, hell, like, it still wasn't competition even after, all these nerfs and whatnot. Like, it's just not the #1 SMG anymore, and I think a lot of us can agree with that. Maybe since the beginning of season 2, it just hasn't been the same, but it's still really good. And for the people that just had doubt of the Welgun, I mean, here you go. Hopefully this changed your mind. I'm gonna probably do more comparisons on the Welgun. Probably do one against the Owen gun. I would do the new SMG, but I haven't unlocked that gun yet, and I don't know if I really want to. It's been like playing Vanguard and trying to get hipfire kills is actually really just annoying. Really, really annoying, in my opinion. It's just really, really annoying. But I'm gonna definitely check it out. I heard it's really good. It's not. I haven't heard that it's like the best SMG out there, but it's like pretty decent. And so, if you guys want to see that, let me know. I'll try my best out there. But I don't know. Like I mentioned earlier, bro, I'm kind of disappointed by the lack of weapon changes. Because at this point, like, I can make a video on Welguns all day, but like at some point, it'll just be chalk because you already heard it and seen it all. But actually, now that I'm thinking about it, the Sten, I'm going to be making some Sten videos. So be on the lookout for that. Because the Sten, got a little bit of a buff, I believe, and I want to see how it feels now because, you know, I feel like that's always been an underrated SMG, and I guess we're just going to see. But anyways, man, that's the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think about the, I guess, supposed nerfed Welgun. Do you guys think it's still really good? I probably already know the answer to that question, but if not, you know, let me know why you don't think it's good anymore. And I guess with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next one, and I'm out. Peace.